Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Community Conversations with The Curve. Today, we are joined by Dubois County Young Life. Would you guys like to introduce yourself real quick and the roles that you are a part of?
Absolutely. My name is Terry Fogle, and I'm the area director for Dubois County Young Life. And my role is basically to oversee what happens inside of the community. I recruit and empower adults to help be the background. They're called our committees. And they help basically be the background workers that help us to raise funds through our events like the clay shoot and the banquet. And they help empower us to do everything that we need to do to serve kids. Another aspect of my role is I'm the Southridge Young Life and Wildlife Director. And so my role for Young Life is to recruit adult leaders who will mentor, pour into, walk alongside high school students through their life journey, and just try to be a support system that shares their life and their story with them. The second part of my role with Wildlife is to do the same, but to recruit high school students that want to walk alongside middle school students, mentor them, empower them, and support them.
Right.
And I'm Melissa Greene. I'm the Jasper Young Life Director. And I, in a similar role to Terry, recruit adult leaders to come mentor high school students.
Yeah, and my name is Amanda Devarier, and I work as the Jasper Wildlife Director. So same thing as Terry, but here in Jasper, for recruiting high school leaders that will then mentor middle school students.
Yeah, awesome. So what is your guys' mission, or what does the Dubois County Young Life do?
So Young Life is an international organization that's been around for about 80 years. It's been in Dubois County since 1998. And really our goal is to reach kids wherever they are. There's no requirement for lifestyle or choice or faith background or anything like that to be part of what we're doing. We create a space where kids know that they belong, that they feel that they are loved, and that they just come and have a great time and relieve themselves from the burdens that life carries. We do that. We walk alongside them through life. We go where they are. And along the way, we share our faith journey with them as well.
Mm-hmm. Do you have anything to add?
So can I share on like our activities that we do?
Yeah.
So on Monday nights at 7:27, we get together for what we call Young Life Club, which is like a party with a purpose. We get together, we play games, we hang out, we might play basketball. We just do whatever it is that we need to do for everybody to chill and relax and let go of everything we've got going on. Like Terry said, all the expectations that you have outside of Young Life. And we come and we just have our adult leaders there to mentor and walk alongside kids. And then at the end of the evening, we share a short story on our faith.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then unlike them, I meet once a month with middle school students, and we meet over this semester. We've been meeting at the Jasper Middle School gym, and we get there and we play tons of games. They get to hang out with their high school leaders, and then we'll also share a few minutes of just our journey in faith and what that looks like.
Awesome. So can you guys elaborate on your weekly/monthly events?
Yeah. So as they just mentioned, we have these parties with a purpose. For Monday night, we bring kids from the Southridge community over as well, and we come together and have this it's like a community building time where kids are crossing that invisible line, bonding with one another. Another thing that we do is this thing called campaigners, which is for kids that are, a little bit more interested in what we have going on with the things that we're sharing, and really just want some time to go deeper. So every Thursday, for the most part, here at Jasper, they have Jasper campaigners where kids will meet typically in someone's basement. They'll eat some snacks, talk about what's going on in life, and then just dig deeper in their learning and understanding of the things that we talk about. For middle school, Amanda does a great job, and I'll let you tell her what you can cut that out and let her do her thing.
Yeah.
And then at Southridge, I also have a campaigners for high school students where they meet at my house every Tuesday morning, where I'll cook breakfast for them and we'll spend some time just diving in together. It's really the highlight of my week. And then on Thursdays for middle school students, we actually offer donuts and time with their leaders every Thursday at Southridge Middle School in the field house.
Wow.
Yeah, and we meet on Thursdays as well, but we'll meet at Jasper Middle School, or we also do the same kind of campaigner for Holy Trinity students, and so they go to someone's house nearby, and we just get together with their leaders also, enjoy all of the donuts and all of the drinks, and it's just a really good time to connect with them. Definitely a highlight of my week for sure.
Yeah, awesome. Okay. Will you guys elaborate on your summer trips that you offer?
Yeah, so the Jasper Young Life and the Southridge Young Life will go on our Dubois County Young Life camp trip to Lake City, Michigan, June 7th through 12th. And that will be a trip to the Young Life camp called Timberwolf Lake. And we will just have a fun adventure where our adult leaders jump right into that fun and adventure with the high school students. And we play and we have fun, and we get an opportunity to just spend the week together, getting to know each other, and going deeper on conversations and just really learning how to support each other.
Awesome.
Yeah, and for middle school, we'll do Southridge Community and Jasper Community will come together this year, and we're going to Missouri. So we'll go to Clearwater Cove. So excited for that. And that'll be May 31st to June the 4th. And we'll bring both of those schools together, all middle school students, high school leaders, adult leaders, everybody's coming. And we get to spend crazy fun time together out on the water, out doing other activities at camp. And then we get to just sit and just talk about life. We also don't have our phones at camp, which is really nice. Well, the students, obviously, we have them. But students don't have their phones, and it's just a really sweet time for them to just disconnect and not have to worry about anything and just engage with what's around them, the nature around them, the people around them. It's a really, really sweet time.
Yeah, I love that. I
Yeah.
love how they have no phones. That's awesome. Yeah.
And this year, we're taking a really exciting trip. The other two trips that they mentioned actually still have spots available. So if any parents are listening, any kids are listening, and you're interested, reach out to us on our Facebook pages, and we'd love to connect you. However, there's another trip at the end of the summer. First time I've ever been on one of these. It's called an adventure camp. And it's going to take place in Egmont, British Columbia. So we're going to cross the Canadian border, and it's a 7-day hiking trip. Myself and Thad Harmon from Harmon Dentistry, we have 5 guys from Southridge and 5 guys from Jasper, and we're going to put on a 50-pound backpack, travel up and down the mountain every single day, sleeping under a tarp, probably getting rained on, snowed on, and then also sunburnt. You know, who knows what the weather's going to bring. We even have to dig a hole to use the restroom. So this is a real backpacking trip. But, you know, we live life in such a fast-paced world here at home, and we think that time to disconnect, to kind of be stretched thin and pushed to our limits is going to really help us to draw closer together and draw closer in the journey that we're on together.
Yeah. Talk about connect with nature. That's incredible. Wow. Okay. So can you guys tell us about your personal journey and how you became involved with Young Life?
Oh, wow. So I am a graduate from Jasper High School from 2004. And as I said, Young Life has been in Dubois County since 1998. However, I was not the type of student that would ever go to something like Young Life. Growing up, I just made a ton of poor choices, and that really bled into my early 20s until a guy named Shad Huffer, who owns Huffer Chiropractic here in town, he was helping me fix my back from a car accident I was in. And in that time, he built a relationship with me, and he shared a story with me. And he invited me something into something that would change my life forever and give me hope in life. And after that transformation happened in my life, I really started to just imagine what it would be like to go and help middle schoolers and high schoolers who struggle the way that I did, or even those who don't, but to provide a safe and healthy option for kids to come together and just have a great time and experience life and life to the full. And so my wife and I, we discussed it, and we did some training at our local church, and we figured out that Young Life was a great fit for us, and we've loved every moment of it.
And I graduated from Southridge High School, and then I went to the University of Evansville for mechanical engineering, and I was in my career with mechanical engineering for about 13 years. And my husband and I were both in career, and that was just really difficult for us with our family. And so I decided to step out of that and look for something part-time. And it was just a cool opportunity that Dubois County Young Life had a part-time position open up. And I was really excited about the mission that they have to go meet kids where they are and get to mentor them. And that was right in line with wanting to just be with my kids and raise them. And so I was like, I'll have an opportunity to pour into my kids and more, right? Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, Leo. Unlike them, I'm actually not from Dubois County. And so I'm originally from Miami, Florida, born and raised there. And I remember having what we have kind of for Young Life, but I didn't have Young Life. And I had adult leaders that really cared about me, adult leaders that really invested in me, poured into me, taught me a lot of the things that I know. And they were just safe places that I could go and just express myself freely. And I thought that was really, really cool. My husband and I ended up in Jasper, and we met Terry at our church, which was really cool, him and his wife. And he was talking about the ministry that they do and the things that they do, but it was really obvious to see the passion that they had for Young Life. And it was really, really sweet to get to know them in the process. And Terry kept saying, like, hey, to my husband and I, like, hey, we think you guys would be great leaders. And we just kept saying no, if we're being honest. And eventually it came down to just saying yes once. And so we came to a leader meeting just to kind of get to know more. And I really enjoyed, like Melissa said, just kind of what we get to do as leaders. And I was like, cool, yep, this is what I'm going to do. And an opportunity for staff came up full time, and I jumped right in on that. And the doors were just open, and it was a really cool opportunity to be able to do that as my full-time job. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so can you guys share some success stories from your program?
Oh, wow. I think one of the first ones that comes to mind for me, there are many, but I've got this friend from Southridge named Joshua Flores. And Josh is a freshman this year. His team just won a championship for soccer, travel soccer yesterday in Owensboro. But Joshua, honestly, has just always been a really awesome kid to get to know. I met him his 6th grade year, and he started coming to our campaigners over at Southridge every week. And I began to pick him up, and we would get together, eat donuts, and laugh. He has a fantastic sense of humor. But Joshua is a natural-born leader. Kids like to follow Joshua because he's fun, exciting, and has a ton of integrity. And as Josh and I continued to get to know each other, even though he didn't come to camp his first year, the second year he was like, you know what, Scary Terry? That's what the kids call me. It's kind of weird. He was like, you know what, Scary Terry? I'm going to go this year. So him and his brother Jonathan signed up for camp that year and went. And they had one of the best weeks of their life. After we were on our way home, and he said, you know what, Scary Terry? Next year I'm going to bring my entire friend group. And sure enough, Joshua, the leader that he is, began to recruit all of his entire friend group to show up to campaigners weekly, and they all signed up for camp. And then the cool thing about our camps is they are a little pricey because we do take a big charter bus, and we travel 8 to 12 to sometimes 24 hours away. So they are a little pricey, all-inclusive resorts. However, the kids that want to, they can earn their entire way there. And so Josh and all of his buddies, they literally worked like 40 hours apiece last year to earn their entire camp trip and to go and have the best week of their life. And he still comes every Tuesday, every Thursday, every Monday, and our relationship just continues to grow. It's amazing.
And Terry, they did that work through fundraisers that you put in place for them to be able to do, correct?
Yeah.
Like work days, fundraising opportunities that we just have, like selling pizzas or flowers or whatnot.
Nuggetathons,
Nuggetathon. They ate a lot of nuggets. It was awesome.
So what is Nuggetathon?
That was at McDonald's here on the south side. We had a Nuggetathon. Melissa actually put it together where sponsors could sign up to sponsor kids for each chicken nugget that they would eat. Shout out to Nathan Devon. His number was somewhere between 50 and 60. Him and who was the other kid?
Cooper.
Yeah, him and Cooper Huffman were battling it out till the end.
I feel like I can eat 50 to 60 nuggets.
Bring it on,
I feel like I can bring it on.
I would love to see it.
Even if you didn't want to come to camp, you could come and sponsor another kid to go, So
That's incredible.
It would be a ton of fun.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so what kind of impact have you seen Young Life have on the youth in our community?
Leo. So I, again, lead the Jasper High School students, and whenever the leaders are done, so they are leaders for a year, and whenever they're done, I ask them questions about things that they wish they knew sooner, things that they just would have processed earlier, and always coming away from saying that they wish they didn't take the time for granted, and that they wish that they could pour into the kids more and be with the kids more. And it doesn't really register until after the fact, but they always walk away saying that they wish that they would have given more time. In the moment, it's really, really hard, and they are very expressive on that. Like, we all are going through long days together, but it's something that they thoroughly enjoy, and when they reflect back, it's something that they're just really grateful to have been able to do, and the impact that they have when they run into their middle school friends at Walmart or they run into them anywhere else. The kids just run to them. They're excited to see them, and that's only something that can happen from creating relationships. So I've seen high school students come in like, yeah, I'm going to be a leader, don't really know what this is going to be, and leaving truly transformed in the way that they think and view the opportunity that they have to be impactful in the community.
Yeah, awesome. Anything else you guys like to add on that point?
I'll share that I've been to camp with some high schoolers who come in unsure. They're unsure of what this is and what they're doing in life, and they've got stuff going on, deep stuff and hard stuff. And after a week of camp where they sit with these adult leaders who are career professionals typically, they're sitting with their doctors and they're sitting with their finance advisors and whomever it is that we have as adult leaders. They're sitting next to these adults who are sharing their lives, who are crying when something touches them, who are getting excited and yelling and shouting and playing like kids play when we're doing something fun. And it's these high schoolers seeing adults in that setting where they've let down their barriers, that these high school students are like, wow, I can let down my barriers and I can have these conversations with my mentor and I can grow. And you see kids grow and you see them come back the next school year just excited and on fire, and to Terry's point, as a leader, and that you see them starting to take on that role of dropping some barriers and opening up with more people and sharing life and encouraging others. And it's really cool.
Wow, incredible. Great answer. So what are some challenges that the Dubois County Young Life faces?
I would say, honestly, it's the same challenges that it seems like everybody's facing at this time. We live in a busy world. I don't know anybody who's just sitting around twiddling their thumbs. And so volunteership is a real important piece of what we do. As you see here, we are just 3 people. Overall, as far as our volunteers are concerned, we probably have somewhere around 70 to 100 volunteers that are actually, part of our mission of what we do here. But we're barely scratching the surface of what the capabilities are and what opportunity that we actually have. And so I would say the biggest hurdle that we have is finding adult leaders that really have the time and the ability to step into kids' lives, to walk alongside them, and really just to support them. So it's I would say finding adult volunteers is probably the biggest piece of the puzzle that we're trying to solve at this time.
Of course. And that's your plan to improve your program for the future. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so what is the best way that someone can get involved or support the Young Life?
Yeah, I would say the best way is to look us up on Facebook or Instagram. Reach out to us. You can email. Amanda gave her email address earlier, or email me at duboiscountyyl@gmail.com. But yeah, just get in touch to one of us or somebody that you know from the community who's part of it. And we'd love to just bring more and more people into this mission as we are excited about what's going on.
Yeah. Okay, is there anything else you guys would like to add? That wraps up my questions. Anything else?
I'll share my contact information as well. It's jasperyounglife@gmail.com.
Yeah, and I'll share mine too. It is Jasper Wildlife, WYLDLIFE @gmail.com. Yep. Or DM us, like Terry said, on all of our socials.
Beautiful.
And we just want to say thank you, Leo, for having us. This has been a ton of fun, and we hope to do something like this again.
Yeah. Of course. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Community Conversations with The Curve on 91.7 The Curve.